Hey y'all, Michael Letchworth, co-owner of Sam Jones BBQ. Let me take you on a tour to show you the dining room and behind the scenes in the smokehouse. All right, so this is our smokehouse. So this is like the key component to our brand. We have the exterior smokehouse at both of our locations, and everything that we're doing in here is either from lump charcoal or hardwoods being burnt down to charcoal. So come in here and I'll kind of show you the layout. In the restaurants, we use these BQ grills. This one here I think has some chicken and turkey on it. So we got chicken and turkey rolling here, a quarter of hog ready to go. This is the chimney. This place out here is not for the faint of heart. Summer times it is crazy hot. But what's happening here is this wood's burning down, and then eventually it'll fall through the grate, and then we'll have charcoal that we can shovel out and then place under the pigs. What that looks like from like an empty grill here. So each one of these grills has a coal pan in the side, or has two coal pans in the sides, inside, and then there's this heat shield. And so we're shoveling these coals into these pans. This shield here diverts any grease away from dripping straight down, but also kind of evens out the heat. We come over here, we'll check out the pigs. Malik and Matt over here, they got, so these are the coals going in the pan, just like we talked about here. We'll kind of keep these coals centralized for now, and then later on in our process, we start these pigs meat side down. And so these pigs are cooked meat side down for like 5 or 6 hours. When we first put them on, the only thing that we do to prep these pigs is moisten the skin a little bit with water. We cover them with salt, and then that pig cooks 5 or 6 hours, and then we flip it to this presentation here, and this is how it finishes. Now that same heat shield that I talked about, we'll end up taking these coals and we'll spread those coals out evenly, pull that heat shield out, that pig gets direct heat, and the skin will bubble out between these bars that it's laying on, and then we get crispy skin. And that's kind of one of the marks of our brand, is that crispy skin that we chop into the barbecue. So this is kind of that final product. You get crispy pork rinds essentially. So whole hog, Sam Jones BBQ is known for whole hog barbecue. And for those who may not be familiar with our brand, we are kind of an extension of Skylight Inn Barbecue. So Skylight Inn was started in Ada, North Carolina in 1947. My business partner, Sam Jones, his grandfather started that business with his brother. And then that was my high school job, that was my college job. And then eventually was asked to come back and help open Sam Jones BBQ. And we opened this location in 2015. We have another location doing everything the exact same way, cooking on site in Raleigh, North Carolina. We opened that one in 2021. So when we first opened here, these grills were just not quite enough to keep up with capacity. So we added one more piece of equipment to kind of help with that. And so out here is a rotisserie cooker. We got ribs in here rolling. The important thing about this piece here is our brand is so well known for wood cooked and only cooking with wood. It was important for us to choose a piece of equipment that was only wood fired and has no gas assist. There's a firebox around back that we're firing logs or charcoal in. As I told you, we use lump charcoal. There's just pallets of that, and then our wood pile is, we'll pop out around here and see the wood pile. We get a delivery of wood a week, so we're going through about 4 cords of wood. Yep. So this is a smokehouse. We're gonna go inside and see the rest of the process. All right, so come on here, we're entering the kitchen. All right, so these are the whole hogs. This is what we're cooking. We're getting these things in a couple times a week. The whole bad boys, we'll get those on in a little bit. we run a ton of protein through here: chicken, ribs, turkey breast, hogs. And so we're always getting multiple orders. We're brining our chickens. We're seasoning things up in advance, getting things broken out of the packages. So it's a little space with a lot happening. And then we have a separate cooler. So this is our prep cooler. So no meats are in here. All the sides that we're making from scratch, everything hangs out here. And our daily process is like setting up for the shift ahead. And so, you know, these are the fries, and the mac and cheese is ready on the oven, but part of our prep jobs also is to make up these little kits. So we'll go ahead and we'll have all of our wet ingredients in a little kit or a set, and then that way prep only has to grab the wet ingredients, grab the cabbage and the sugar, and we start throwing things together. So everything in here is about creating efficiency for the prep cooks and for the next shift. So we'll head out to the prep table and the cooking line and show you the rest of the process. So other than the smokehouse, this is our prep table, and this is the second most important part to our restaurant and our brand. Mentioning everything's made from scratch. Miss Robin here, she's been here almost as long as the restaurant's existed, every day grinding out on the prep table. And so right here, this table's running full force all day long. We're popping in the sides and continuing to make those sets and prepare ourselves for the next shift like we talked about before. She's whipping up a banana pudding right now. We're about 25 minutes from opening right now, so this is kind of the first little bit of a breather of the day. The sides are out, morning prep's done, and then we're starting to transition to preparing for the next day now, or the next shift. We're gonna walk around here. This is the line. So once things leave the smokehouse and this table, now it's just pretty much, I hate to say scoop and serve, but at that point, we're just portioning out and building the plates. So this is our kitchen line here. We're holding all the meats out of the smokehouse right here in this cabinet, pulling it out per order to portion it out. And then we're just running down this line right here. I'm gonna squeeze right by you guys. We do have like a fried fish. We have fried chicken tenders on the menu, and we got a salad. These things are for the purpose of just rounding out the family experience and allowing everybody to have something to pick from. But still, the barbecue and our smoked meats are everything that we're known for. Quick cold side unit. We're cutting meat and it's all just moving right here and hitting the window to go out to the customer. This location does have a drive-through. Our Raleigh location does not, so that makes it a little bit more convenient here. This here is my buddy Frank getting the barbecue ready. So what Frank's doing right now is weighing out the meat. And growing up at Skylight, we always like hand season the meat. So I would just bring a quarter in, it was to my eye. I would put the sauce up there, and that's how it was done. Once we got here, we knew we needed to streamline. There was a little bit more hands touching the food. And so what we did was came up with a balance of our vinegar, Texas Pete, salt, and pepper. That's the only thing we season our meat with. So we formed that ratio and put that into a bottle. And we make that up and just blend it up here and just shake it up because of the suspended solids of the pepper. But what we did was applied an amount of ounces of this per pound of barbecue so we could keep our food and our recipes consistent. And so that's why Frank's weighing that right now. He's gonna get that weight, and then he is going to portion out his sauce, pour it on top, and then we got our barbecue. So when you first walk in the front door here at the Winterville location, you're just gonna come straight down the little queue here. If you're lucky, there's not a line. So we're fast casual. So what that means is you're gonna come up here and you're gonna place your order at the counter. We're gonna hand you your drink, and then you go have a seat. We're giving you a number, and we're gonna bring your food out to you. We do have a bar. When I say bar, it's more of a lunch counter. If there is a line, you're always welcome to come and sit directly at the bar and get served there. We have beer, and we have some liquor slushies, but we do not have liquor by the drink here. Our Raleigh location, however, does have a full bar, liquor by the drink, and a really amazing bourbon selection. So once again, you order here, you get your drink, and then you'll just come on out and pick a seat, and the kitchen will bring it out to you. And we always have people they'll come here and they will sometimes pick up their tray and walk away with a tray like they're supposed to go clean their table or something like that. A rule of thumb for anywhere is if we bring you the food, we take the food away. So if you were to come in here, we were to hand you the food at the counter, then it would probably be appropriate for you to go trash your stuff. But yeah, we'll take care of cleaning the table for you. Just take care of eating the barbecue. So that is the Sam Jones BBQ Winterville location. We'll hope you'll come by here. One thing is you can get this tour yourself. We are always an open door. So if you want to come and check out the smokehouse, check out anything about our operations, feel free to reach out, ask a staff member, email us, and we'll host you and show you anything we can.